I don't know if you've ever had these cases, Scott. I've had a handful of them. A lot of times when somebody takes off in a vehicle and they're evading in a vehicle, it's a felony. You automatically assume, well, the reason they're doing that is because there's some bigger crime being committed.
They either have like some type of warrant and they don't want to go to jail, or there's something like drugs or something in the car they're not supposed to have. And that's the assumption. But we've seen plenty of cases where they just panicked because somebody got behind them and just took off for some reason.
They have nothing. They have no warrants. They have no contraband. They have nothing. And then they just take off. And then you're right. They come to a stop and they're like, okay, everything's fine. But the officer doesn't know that.
Yeah. And we won't know until, and quite honestly, an officer is going to say, nah, you probably got rid of something, which is whatever. Right. We don't have it now.
They could have thrown something out the window during the day.
And that's probably, for the most part, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know for sure.
Off, it's a felony now at this point. Once they take off in a vehicle, it's going to be a felony.
Okay. And then that's where again, you pursue if you're given the authority to pursue. And if not, then you don't. And then I think a lot of officers, there was a time where the transition was taking place where they were doing, they were coming down, not coming down, but they were like not allowing some pursuits to take place. Mm-hmm. And I think, you look at it from both perspectives. I know I do now, being older and with the years that I had, in some cases it might've been better to pursue and probably most it was okay not to.
Right. Yeah.
Well, because most of the time in a lot of those, we were talking about when you'd pulled somebody over and they took off, whereas, so you already know who you got.
Correct.
Where somebody just never pulls over, you know who the car is registered to, but you don't necessarily know who's inside the vehicle.
And sometimes that can be an issue too, because when plates are stolen and you run it and whoever they were stolen from, you just don't know that their plate was stolen until you call them and says, hey, do you know? And I've done this several times too. Mm-hmm. Says, are you missing a plate? Goes, no, I don't think so. And they go outside and they go, holy crap, my plate's gone. I say, well, we have it over here. It was stolen and it's on this car now. We have the car, we have your plate. If you want, you can come to the pound and pick it up, or if you want to come by, we can release it to you, whatever the case is.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.